The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 follows a group of influencers who have bought a abandoned town in order to create a safe haven for fellow influencers. But unbeknownst to them, there is a certain face-wearing individual that still lives in the town. Hello everybody, my name is Josh, your Movie Apprentice, and today I'm looking at this year's Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which seems to have been very divisive online. It's been out a few days. I'm a bit late getting to this because work's just been really hectic recently, but we are finally going to be looking at this gory little horror movie. And right off the bat, I'm going to quickly say I have never ever seen a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, so I'm not going into this with any pre-notions of what to expect from a Texas Chainsaw movie. I just went into this completely blind, only knowing about Leatherface and he uses a chainsaw. That is about it. I've seen a few kill compilations in the past, but I've never watched a Texas Chainsaw film from start to finish. And let me just say right away, the quality on this one is very bottom of the barrel. Now, I have seen the discussion that started with Halloween Kills and seems to have carried on with this one. There seems to be two standards. There's if it's gory, it's amazing, and people wanting more from the horror movies. Now, if you're going into this just wanting gore and you wanting some gnarly kills, I would say you do get that. There are two really good kills in this one. The first one is easily the best kill in the whole movie. But I have to say, if gore is all you care about when it comes to slasher movies, then in that case, every horror film from the 2000s is the best horror movie ever made, if that is the standard. For everyone else that wants people that we can root for one, this film fails on a lot of levels. But getting to a few more positives, I will say the cinematography is very good. There is nothing crazy about the way Leatherface moves. He very much feels like an actual human being rather than some teleporting supernatural creature, which is a nice breath of fresh air. And as I've said, the gore is pretty decent. Like I said, the first kill is really good, and there is one that involves a decapitation that is also fantastic. But other than that, there isn't a whole lot I can say I enjoyed about this movie. I think my tweet was very much a F this movie tweet because, like I've said, you need to be able to root for the characters, and these characters in this are awful. They are all awful. Now, yes, I know in all the old slasher movies back in the day, there was no such thing as a great character. They were all very much people you wanted to see die and get killed off, and that was fine for back then. But over the last couple of decades, we have been getting really invested in our characters. So going back to the 60s, 70s, and 80s, in terms of stupid, dumb characters that we can't stand, it feels like a step back for the horror genre. Now, the main character in this has an arc that goes literally nowhere. There are two moments where it feels like their arc should come full circle, but they both get overrode in different ways. I'm not going to go into what that was. Weirdly enough, it felt like they forgot who their main character was in this. As I've said, all the characters are really dislikable. The only character that I actually liked was the redneck character that I was going into thinking he was going to be a secret Sawyer family member, maybe, because that's apparently a running theme in some of the Texas Chainsaw movies. But nope, he's just a pretty sound guy, a bit of an asshole at times, but he has his heart in the right place and very much just doesn't like these outsiders coming into his town, which is completely understandable because the way these characters act, they come in entitled as hell. You just want to see him get axed off immediately. Arguably, the character that gets the most development isn't even our main character, it's actually the character that couldn't stand from the get go. Their first lines of dialogue is just being a judgmental individual. What is with the contrast on that? She is just awful, but they arguably end up sort of becoming the main character, right down to quite literally looking a little bit like Ellen Ripley from the Alien franchise towards the end. I can't be the only one that saw that. Now, this film does things that are good. There are some good things in this, but they are always immediately followed by something stupid. Like in the trailer, you had the "You're cancelled, bro" line that sent the internet into a bit of a meltdown. But in context, that scene did kind of work. We live in an age now where people are so obsessed with just getting anything recorded on their phone, thinking that recording someone and threatening to cancel them on the internet is going to protect them, only for them to get rudely shocked when Leatherface, surprise, surprise, does not give a damn about being cancelled via this live stream. And these kids having to realize the hard way that just recording stuff is not going to protect you. I work in a mall, and the amount of times I see security kicking people out, which, by the way, you'd have to be a really big arsehole to get kicked out because these guys don't like doing anything from the security team. They're always with their phones out, recording, thinking that's going to do anything. I'm sorry, it just will not. You'll get a few internet clicks. That is it. That little social commentary works really well, but it is immediately followed by the stupidest scene that I think I'm the only one that couldn't stand that scene. Everyone else seems to love it. But me personally, as much as these guys are a bit dumb with their phones, fight or flight has to kick in. And when there's 20 people versus one guy with a chainsaw, I'm sorry, if you're not going to even fight him, at least do your flight properly. If there's a guy behind me with a chainsaw, I'm not going to be banging on a window that's clearly not going to break. I'm going to try and at least slip past while he's murdering someone else. It's a bus. It's huge. The bus is freaking huge. There's enough space to squeeze by while he's chainsawing someone on the right. I'm going to slip to the left. These guys just wait to get killed, lined up, and it's so stupid. There is one character that dies in it that has the other good death I mentioned, but Jesus Christ, you're telling me not a single person on this bus thought to try and slip past or even use the damn bathroom that the named characters do? It's stupid. Yeah, I went to a bit of a spoiler there, but quite frankly, it's been out for a few days now. That scene just really, really winds me up. And there is a legacy character that gets brought back in this, and like I've said, I've not seen the original, so I have no stakes or love for that character. But Jesus Christ, what a way to waste a legacy character, especially when I found out the original actress is dead. So what is the point of bringing back the legacy character? Halloween works because it's Jamie Lee Curtis coming back all these years later to play Laurie Strode. Sally is being played by someone else, and they literally look like a rip-off of Laurie Strode, and it is just painful to see. And the thing is, Leatherface is just the dude in this. Is established when someone literally has Leatherface having to use his mind to get a kill off against this one individual. So the fact these 20 people don't even think to try and attack this one guy. Sure, he's got a chainsaw, but chainsaw's jam, you know. It's, oh God, some people's stupidity in this. Our main guy, Dante, as well, is just insufferable. You want to see all these characters get killed, but if you don't want to root for any character in this, then there's nothing to get behind. Like I said, there was one character I liked, and they died quite early on. And the film, again, forgot its lead. This lead has this arc that gets overshadowed, and these big moments just get underplayed, and it just doesn't work. After that bus scene, I really did start to check out on the movie, but some of the wounds that people survive is, well, I'm sorry. Like, I've seen slasher movies where someone gets stabbed once and they're dead instantly. These people are surviving some of the craziest wounds. There is an individual that literally gets chainsawed through the stomach for a good few seconds. Their insides are mush, and they're still kicking about 10 minutes later. The only thing I can say about this movie is it's mercifully short. Like I say, if you're in it for the gore and you just want to see people get butchered, then go nuts. You have some good gore in this, and there are a couple of decent kills, but even the good kills aren't as good as some previous ones. If I want to see a dumb movie with some glorious kills, I will go back and watch Malignant, which is objectively a bad film, but it's campy, gory, body horror fun. This is just painful. The script in this is awful, and there's like a little arc that gets sort of forgotten about. I get there's the horror theme in it, but there is a hint about a deed, and do they have the deed? Do they not have the deed? I don't know. They probably do, but quite frankly, I wouldn't be surprised if this entitled motherfucker just decided to rock up assuming that no one was there. That is painful. This film, good gore, that's about it. I'm sorry. There is nothing else but half decent gore and some nice cinematography in this, but Jesus Christ, when you forget who your main character is, gives us no one to root for, it does not work as a good movie. Is it a good horror movie? Not really either, because there's no suspense. If I don't give a shit about if that person's going to live or die, I'm not going to care about the slow build up to the incident. I'm just not going to care about it at all. So there's no suspense. I'm just waiting for the kills. I may as well just skip through this Netflix film and just look for the thumbnails of a kill happening and skip to them. Because if that's all I want to see, then I could just have this film done in 5 minutes. Because, as you can tell, I fucking hate this movie. This is a awful movie. Worst of the year so far. As I wish I could be saying other stuff about it. I went into it knowing the bad reviews, but I thought maybe I could see something good in this because I seem to see the good in a lot of bad movies that people see. But no, this movie was just painful. I am so sorry. I'm just glad that I have not seen any of the other films, so I can't be even more wound up by the failure like I was with Halloween Kills. It's mercifully short and there's a couple of good kills. That is all that's good about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Cinematography is fine as well, but that is about it. But yeah, overall, I'm going to have to say that for me, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre requel is just a teabag. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This got into a very ranty review territory, but quite frankly, it's been a while since I've done a ranty review. So if you have enjoyed this, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, click the like button, and comment your favorite Texas Chainsaw movie. Tell me which ones I should definitely check out. I will check out the original at some point, but are there any others that I should look at as well? Coming up on the channel, well, I'm going to be away this weekend, so it'll be a few more days before I get another upload up. But stay tuned for reviews of the Batman when that finally comes out. And yeah, until next time, everybody, my name is Josh. I have been your Movie Apprentice. See you all in the next one.